So you can cast a few spells? Am I supposed to be impressed?
You survived. You have it, then? Let's hope it's as powerful as the Psijics believe it to be. She didn't make it. When it was clear we were going to have to fall back, she stayed behind and made sure the rest of us were all right. Take care now. What are we waiting for? Look for yourself. Ancano's power is growing. We can't crack whatever magic he's using to shield himself. I hope your trip to Labyrinthian was worth it. I'll be right behind you.
I'll be amazed if any of us survive this.
Anyway.
It's all clear now.
Have you? You think I don't know what you're up to? You think I can't destroy you? The power to unmake the world at my fingertips. And you think you could do anything about it? Ha! I am beyond your pathetic attempts at magic. You cannot touch me!
Stop! From the eye!
Still you persist? Very well. Come then. See what I can do now. What? Now, mine. My power is supreme.
I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it. I don't know. Ancano is gone, but whatever he's done to the Eye doesn't seem to have stopped. I have no idea what to do.
We knew you would succeed. Your victory here justifies our belief in you. You have proven yourself more than worthy to guide the College of Winterhold. A great many things obscured to you are quite clear to us. We have long believed you would prevail. The Eye has grown unstable. It cannot remain here, or else it may destroy your college and this world. It must be secured. Ancano's actions prove that the world is not ready for such a thing. We shall safeguard it, for now. You now have the opportunity to maintain your college and carry on with your lives. You have our gratitude, Archmage.
You've done it. The college is safe again thanks to your work. I knew you had it in you. I dare say the Psijics are right. There's no one more deserving to be Archmage, in my opinion. Here, consider these yours, and the Archmage's quarters as well. I shall be here for advice, should you need me. Take care now. Good to see. Take a look. Take care now.
Something different about... Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. The meal's up. Let's sate that appetite, hmm? Until next time. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
We could always use help picking crops if you need a few extra coins.
If you've come to
Some say I got my
Solitude to join
position
the
because my
Legion,
cousin
speak
is
to
the
Brienne.
emperor. Word is the College of Mages is back to normal.
Tell them he didn't
If
do
there's such
it.
a thing for that lot.
Positions.
Sorry, you need to go home. Go home and stay there until your mother comes.
You should tell her that your uncle is scum that betrayed his high king.
You betrayed us!
Best
Traitor!
From the castle, you used to just be able to see Solitude over the mountains. That's exactly what I'd imagined.
After he murdered High King Torek. By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude.
He doesn't deserve to speak!
There was no murder.
Liar!
Story. He beat the High King in fair combat. Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords. On this day, I go to Sovngarde.
They should have drawn it out some more.
Not right now.
He deserved a
Rogvir.
slower death.
Why did it have to be like this?
Out with it.
Good riddance to bad rubbish, I say.
It shouldn't have been like this.
New in town, right? If you need a place to sleep, head over.
I guess it's all over. I expected... I don't know what I expected.
If you're heading to the Blue Palace, you might want to... Why, hello. Here to buy? If you have to ask the price, you might be in the wrong store. Oh, what delight. It is when my customers waste time chatting and not buying. Radiant Raiment has the finest attire in all of Skyrim. That is how we get business. Finally. Oh, let me take a look. Thank the gods for the end of yet another pointless conversation.
I'm not interested, Jari. It doesn't matter how many times you ask.
If you're looking for... You were there for Rogvir's execution. Most people head over to the Winking Skeever. If you're not interested in music or drink, you can at least talk to Corpulus. He can fill you in on any of the latest gossip. Perhaps, but necessary. My cousin Fura is somewhere out there in Skyrim right now, fighting Ulfric Stormcloak and his damned insurrectionists. She wouldn't have to be there at all if it weren't for Rogvir. And my aunt wouldn't have to worry about her daughter. You really don't know? He lets Ulfric Stormcloak escape Solitude. Ulfric rides in, murders the High King, and Rogvir lets him ride right back out. People to see and places to go, huh? Later, then.
I've read stories
You
about
look
the
like an
Solitude.
adventurous one.
I
I
didn't
bet we're
expect it to be
kindred
that
spirits,
big.
you and I. Watch what you're doing.
You're a traveler, correct? Have you been to Whiterun? Wonderful. I hadn't really hoped to run into someone who'd been there. My daughter Fura was assigned to Whiterun after she joined the Imperial Army. I was hoping you might have met her. I haven't heard from her lately. I've tried talking to Captain Aldous, but he hasn't been any help. Oh, that's very sweet of you. Anything you can find out from Captain Aldous would be welcome news. We mostly carry herbs and alchemical ingredients, that sort of thing. Before the war, our stock was mostly used for aromatic use in homes. Yes. These days, we have more people like you coming in, looking for healing and the like. Ah, so you're an alchemist then? Don't forget me next time you need herbs and
I'll catch up with
potions.
you later.
Brienne's. Huh. You know, you've got a... No, that was an ugly affair. High King Torig's death has turned the whole town on its head. Between you and me, he wasn't even that good a king. All of those rambling speeches about the Empire this and the Empire that. Baron's my husband. He works the forge up at Castle Dower. I barely see him nowadays, what with him filling orders for the army. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. come back to bits and pieces anytime.
I've got a little word to give you. Hello and welcome, my friend. How may I help you on this fine day? Why, of course. And will you also be needing the bow that shoots rainbows? Or perhaps a quiver that dispenses beer? Look, if you want arrows, we have them. But don't insult my intelligence. What are you hunting? Never mind. I don't want to know. Perhaps I'll be seeing more of you.
Seems there's no end to the... I think I would, if it weren't for my son and my wife. Oh, same I would have my hide if I even suggested I might step foot on a battlefield. You think Stormcloaks and Legionnaires are dangerous? Ha! It's almost all I have time for these days. The men training here in Solitude, and the troops out in the field. They all need weapons and armor. But I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. To be honest, no. But High King Torrig supported them. And now, her Lady Elisabeth has thrown in with them. You could say I'm a king's man at heart. I guess that's Jarl's man now. My loyalty lies with Solitude. So, where Jarl Elisif leads, I follow. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs. Return anytime you need arms or armor. My forge never rests.
You can sell off that junk at bits and pieces.
I'm telling you.
Are my men now giving free rein to anyone who wanders into the castle? Do you have some reason to be here, citizen? Have we? Oh, of course. You were at Helgen. One of the prisoners, if I recall correctly. I suppose that's true. Fine. Why don't you have a chat with Legate Ricca? I suspect we might have use for someone resourceful like you. Not many survived Helgen. Besides, I'm sure your being imprisoned was all a terrible misunderstanding. He'd be insane to try. He doesn't have the men.
That's not what my scouts report, sir. Every day more join.
You survived Helgen? General Tullius told me what happened. Not many made it out alive.
I've got a good feeling about you, and I don't often get good feelings about anything. A warrior knows to trust her gut. I'm not going to go through the normal process with you. I've got a little test lined up. Pass that, and we'll talk about you joining the Legion. The kind that evaluates your usefulness during duress. I'm sending you to clear out Fort Hrogstad. If you survive, you'll pass. If you die, then I'll have no further use for your corpse. The ancients built many of the fortresses that dot the landscape of Skyrim. Sadly, most have fallen into disrepair, and nearly all have been overrun with bandits or other vagabonds. Fort Hrogstad is one of the few that remains mostly intact. We're going to install a garrison there, but first, you're going to clean out the bandits that have moved in. Good, that's what I want to hear. Now go make it happen, soldier.
It's not a cause. It's a rebellion.
Call it whatever you like, General. The man's going to try to take Whiterun.
Jarl... Disrespect the law, and you disrespect me.
you got?
Try and make this quick.
Can't wait to count out your coins.
Now ain't this a surprise? That'll teach you. Who's there? Who's there? Must be gone now.
I wish only to graduate and enroll with the Legion. My drums will lead our troops to victory.
Hey, hands off! You can't take that!
Papa says I won't see Rogvir anymore.
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend. Varnius Junius stopped by here on his way to court. People say there's a man wandering the streets near the Blue Palace. I think the Bard's College might be looking for recruits. I've heard Jari Ra's hanging around the Wells district, looking for new blood. Well, as it turns out, I had a pet skeever when I was a boy. They were smaller back then. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. If you need a good room or drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry. Need anything, you just say the word. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Why, we provide clothing for all of Solitude's most influential residents.
Oh,
but for you, what?
I'll make an exception.
Breeches, gowns, clothes for any occasion, really.
Thank you.
Finally, patronage. Yes? Breeches, gown. I do hope you'll remain. If you're heading to the Blue Palace, you might want to rethink that outfit.
Seems that looking to protect yourself or deal some damage. Return anytime you need arms or armor. My forge never rests.
I've got a little word.
Tell me again why I'm wasting men chasing after a fairy tale.
The road to Whiterun.
If Ulfric gets... Welcome back, soldier. I'm glad you made it in one piece. I'll send men to garrison the fort right away. You did well. I'm impressed. But before we go any further, it's time for you to officially join the Legion. Speak with General Tullius. He'll administer the oath.
In joining the Legion, you'll be taking an oath binding you to the service of the Emperor, and thus to every citizen of the Empire. Are you prepared to make that commitment? Well then, repeat after me. Upon my honor, I do swear undying loyalty to the Emperor Titus Mede II. And unwavering obedience to the officers of his great empire. May those above judge me, and those below take me, if I fail in my duty. Long live the Emperor, long live the Empire. Welcome to the Imperial Legion, soldier. Just remember, we take care of our own. Once you're in the Legion, you're in it for life. Speak to Behrend. He's normally out by the forge. He'll get you outfitted. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Legate Ricca has a special assignment for you. Tell me again why I'm wasting men chasing after...
Welcome to the Legion, Auxiliary. If Ulfric gets his hand on that crown, it won't be a fairy tale. It'll be a problem.
Don't you Nords put
Welcome
any
to the
stock
Legion,
in your own
Auxiliary.
traditions?
Listen up.
I thought the move chose
Ulfric's right-hand man, Galmar Stonefist, has located what he believes is the final resting place of the Jagged Crown. We're going to make sure he doesn't get his hands on it. The rest of my men are already assembling outside Corvinjune. I'll meet you there as soon as I finish up here. A legendary crown dating back to King Harald's time, or before. A powerful relic of a golden age, long since past. Legend has it that the crown is made from the bones and teeth of ancient dragons, and is said to increase the power of the wearer. Whatever the truth, if Ulfric gets his hands on it, it would be a powerful symbol around which to rally support for his cause. Well, to be frank, we don't. Its location was lost with King Borgus when the Great Hunt killed him off while on his Leshen campaigns. Supposedly, his body was brought back to Skyrim and secretly buried with the crown. Knowledge of that location was lost in the Wars of Secession. But my agents report that Galmar is pretty damn convinced Corvinjune is the tomb of King Borgus. I know Galmar. We fought in many wars together. He's not a sentimental man taken to fancy. If he believes the crown is there, he's likely found it. I am a loyal citizen of the Empire. My parents were legionnaires, and I followed in their footsteps. But more importantly, I am a daughter of Skyrim, and wish to see her made whole again. I'm a soldier, not a politician, and my personal beliefs are not yours to question. I hope Ulfric will come to his senses, but I fear he's in too far to stop now. Likely only Ulfric's death or the overthrow of the Jarl supporting him will end this. Either way, much blood will be spilled. Don't wait for me. Get to Corvinjune as soon as you're ready.
They'll do
I'll
the
meet you
sensible
there.
thing.
Not every...
Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll.
Proudspire Manor. Now there's a fine home. Up for sale, too. If you're interested, talk to the steward in the keep.
Seems there's... Yep. Light, medium, or they don't make fine or steel. Now that's it. One free outfit. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage. Return anytime you need arms. Armor.
What's the situation?
Good to see you, my friend. I knew you'd make a proper legionnaire. I'm glad you'll be with me in there. I don't like the looks of this place. And I'm not talking about the Stormcloaks. You too, huh? I'd much rather a straight-up fight than creeping around a place like this. But never mind all that. We're the Emperor's soldiers. We'll do our duty no matter what stands in our way, right?
Stormcloaks were already camped out around the entrance when we got here. They
Looks
don't
like
know
the
we're
damned
here.
rebels got here first. No matter. We have the element of surprise. Prepare to move out. Follow me. Listen up, Legionnaires. Those Stormcloaks are here for the same reason we are. Ulfric, the Pretender, wants that crown, but we're not going to let him have it. I realize some of you may know men on the other side, but remember this. They are the enemy now, and will not hesitate to end your lives either. General Tullius is counting on us to bring back the Jagged Crown, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's show these rebels what real soldiers look like. Well done. They never knew what hit them. But don't underestimate the Stormcloaks. Many are Legion veterans. They may be traitors, but they know how to fight. We had the advantage of surprise this time, but don't expect it to last. Let's move out.
Hello. At last.
Everybody ready? We charge on my signal. Time to show what you're really made of. For the Empire!
Show yourself!
any Stormcloak reinforcements taking us by surprise. Everyone else, with me.
Who's there?
For the glory of
Perfect spot for an ambush. 10 to 1, they're just waiting for us on the other side.
But there isn't any other way through, Legate.
Let's not jump to conclusions, soldier. The Legion always finds a way. I'd rather take a moment and look around than walk blindly into an ambush. Auxiliary, see if you can find another way through. We'll charge in as soon as we hear fighting.
Where'd you come from?
Careful, men. There's battle. There'll be more up ahead.
Who's there? I knew I was.
Give up while you still can!
This is gorgeous. I'm glad you're here with me.
I've heard of this. These walls are supposed to show the history of the ancients. Can't read these carvings.
What is that? Some kind of stone claw? I wonder what it's used for. Good job. All right, everyone. Keep your guard up. Let's move out. Auxiliary, do what you do best. See if you can find some way to get that gate open. Worse.
Look out! Draugr!
Follow me. Let's see where this leads. Crown should be around here somewhere. Spread out. Keep your eyes open.
Release me.
The crown should be around here somewhere. Spread out. Keep your eyes open.
Hey, I found a crown over here on this corpse. Is this the one we're looking for?
Hadvar, get away from there!
By the nine!
Take that crown back to Solitude, soldier. We'll stay here and see if we can find anything else.
Good work. Lucky we had you with us.
Being...
Daughter, keep... Filthy pickpocket!
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense? A stretch in the castle dower dungeon will straighten you right out.
Welcome to the center of the world. Or at least my brother Eriker's world. Oh, if you're looking for a good attitude, go see the bards. They'll fake it for you if nothing else. If you're looking for truth instead, see Noster. He's a good example of what life has to offer. And if you're just looking to feel good, go get some spiced wine from Yvette. But whatever you do, just leave me alone. Yes, my older brother. And the person you probably want to be speaking to right now. But really, since Torig's death, Falk Firebeard wields the true power of the Jarl's court. My brother is nothing more than a pompous little fop.
Take a look. Finally.
Spare some gold for a veteran?
If you're looking for potions, you should talk to my aunt, Angeline Morard.
It's good to see you. Take a look. Don't forget me next time you need herbs and potions.
Brienne said, "Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that." Come back to bits and pieces anytime.
Seems that... Take a look. Return anytime you need arms or armor. My forge never rests.
That be
You're home. Can I get a few gold to spend? Please? You're the best. Thanks. Braith is a big meanie. She keeps telling Lars, you got me a present? Really? Thanks. Mama! What is it? What is it? Thanks.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Ever been to Windhelm? Oldest city in Skyrim by some account. They say the big old palace there was built by
If the guards would listen to Viola, they'd have caught the butcher by now.
You come here where you're not wanted. You eat our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
We haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't help in the war is because they're Imperial spies.
I had expected Ysgrimmor's city to be bigger.
You can't be serious.
Maybe we'll pay you a visit tonight, little spy. We got ways of finding out what you really are.
Oh. Do you hate the Dark Elves? Are you here to bully us and tell us to leave? You've come to the wrong city, then. Windhelm's a haven of prejudice and narrow thinking, unworthy of one such as you. Some of these Nords will come up with any excuse to despise us. And it isn't just the Dark Elves they hate. They make a target of the Argonians as well. In fact, just about anyone who isn't a Nord is fair game for their bullying. Nothing new there. Most of the Nords living in Windhelm don't care much for us, but Rolf is the worst by far. He likes to get drunk and walk around the Grey Quarter yelling insults at us in the small hours of the morning. Oh, a real charmer, that one. Mm-hmm.
I still can't believe
this here's
Isabella's
Candlehearth
gone.
Hall. Great rooms
was such a
upstairs,
helpful young
and there's...
lass.
Did you see the candle above the fire upstairs? It was lit 163 years ago, back when this building was the home of a grand warrior named Wundheim. When word came that he'd fallen, his son Duracht lit the candle in his honor. Nobody knows why it still burns. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
I'm a writer, but...
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Poor Gerard Germain at the... You're sure? When you see Gerard, ask for a tip. I'm sure he'll be in a good mood after reading this. Now, more than ever, the world needs tales of heroism.
I own Hollyfrost Farm outside the city. It's honest work, if a bit dull.
If it's a mercenary you're looking for, you found him. There's no stronger sword arm for hire in all Skyrim.
Every night, I
Best
walk
not
around
to
the
walk
Grey
the
Quarter
roads
and
of
let them
Skyrim
Greyskins know what I think of them.
Our hero claims a warrior's heart.
I still can't believe
Got some
Isabella's
fresh
gone.
baked bread and good cheese.
She was
if
such a
you're after
helpful young
Vikings.
lass.
Mind you don't get fresh with Susanna. Those dark elf refugees will take over this city if we aren't careful.
There's no glory in war. It's just something they tell soldiers so they'll risk their lives.
Hi, lady. Would you like to buy some flowers? Not much, but I hope you like them. They're dead. My mama died when I was little. I don't remember her very well. My father was a Stormcloak soldier. One day he left and didn't come back. I'm all alone. I try to sell flowers so I can buy food. It's not much, but what else can I do? Really? Do you have a place I could live? Thanks. Thanks for talking to me.
I thought the Grey Quarter would be a haven. Windhelm is divided into 4 quarters. The Grey Quarter is the one that's home to all the city's dark elves. If it looks to you like an impoverished slum, that's because it is. Ulfric prefers that we live in squalor. He has nothing but disdain for anyone who isn't a Nord. He tolerates us, but that's the extent of his hospitality. Not a day goes by that I don't think about returning to the ancestral home of my people. Still, even with the rough treatment we've had at the hands of Ulfric and his lot, I've got ties here. It's probably more trouble to pack up and leave than it is to stay. Besides, Amberus can't run the corner club on his own. You've seen how we live. Cramped alleys, run-down buildings. That's all I ask. With your help,
Give a holler if you have any. All my goods are legitimate, which is more than I've scraped this collection together by whatever means I could. I do some business with the trade caravans, and I've picked up a number of items from adventurers like yourself. A few intrepid souls even brought some items back from Morvenskar, the fort southwest of the city. Of course nothing in here is stolen. Only a careless, shameful, idiotic fetcher would do something as stupid as to buy pilfered goods. Oh, by Azura, I've made a terrible mistake. I bought a gold ring, and Viola Giordano has been missing a ring that looks just like it. It's not that easy. She'd go to the Jarl if she knew I was even remotely involved. You have to get it to her some other way. Look, it's dangerous. But if you sneak the ring into her house, put it in a dresser or something, I will make it worth your while. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Don't let Viola catch you in her house.
I thought the Grey Quarter would be a haven for my kind.
How splendid. Another Nord. Take a look. None of that matters to me. Until... where else would... When the Red Mountain burned, Windhelm, if we had known the Nords would be so unwell... Well, you see where we have to live. This forgotten alley. All the filth from the upper quarters flows downhill, like they say. Good luck getting one of the guards to help with anything. I've tried to get Ulfric to even come down here to see the squalor, but the High Lord of his mightiness couldn't find
They
the
used to call
time.
Windhelm the city of
If you need another drink,
The Grey Quarter's not much to look at now, but it wasn't always. The corner club's been filling up at night lately. I'll bet Elda up
farm work. Of course, work. My sister and I both work for the Nords. Our brother is ashamed
Was
of
one of
us,
the best
but at least we can
Oh,
afford
thank
to
you.
eat.
Divines bless your kind heart. Good day.
After what happened to those other women, I'm worried about my own safety. Be careful. That murderer could be anywhere, and anyone.
Good to see you again, friend.
It's no secret the Aretino boy is doing some ritual, trying to call the dog.
Spare a coin for a poor... Up to no good, are we? I'll teach you, but it'll cost you.
Algrif won't give us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
Don't be so sure of that. We've intercepted couriers from...
I'm not much of a strategist, but for Ulfric? Well, nothing official. Known him for years. He seems to value my thoughts, and I'm grateful for that. I don't really have a mind for war, and I think he likes having an untrained opinion from time to time. I grew up here, cold as at Mora, but that just grows the beard thicker. A lot of history in these walls. We're trying to make some more. It's a lucky time to be alive. Travel safely.
So we're ready to start this war in earnest then?
Soon.
I still say... First, when we are done with that, reasons. It's the damn Outlanders and Empire. Not this Empire. I fought in the Imperial Army in the war. The Empire to bend its knee. No. Enough talk. There's much to do.
Fight or die
Whoever
well.
we replace them with. Yes? Make it quick. I'm a busy man. My father, the Great Bear of Eastmarch, died during my imprisonment after the Markarth incident. I, his only son, forced to deliver his eulogy via letter I had smuggled out of prison. Such is the love of Titus meat for his subjects. When finally set free, I returned to Windhelm and was greeted by a city in mourning, at one with my own grief and anger, clamoring in angry voices, calling out for justice, for war. They sat me on the throne of Ysgolmor, the throne of my father. I only hope I can prove worthy of that honor. I killed Torrik to prove our wretched condition. How is the High King supposed to be the defender of Skyrim if he can't even defend himself? Indeed, Elisif has become Jarl of Solitude. Historically and conveniently home of the High King, backed by Imperial interests. But the Moot has not yet met to name her High Queen. And they won't. Not as long as I have any say in it. There hasn't been a true High King in Skyrim for generations. For too long, he's been hand-picked by the Emperor, and given emphatic nods by milk-drinking Jarls addicted to Imperial coin. It's time we had a real High King, one of our own making. We're fighting because we're done bleeding for an empire that won't bleed for us. Untold numbers of Nords died defending the Empire against the Dominion. And for what? Skyrim being sold to the Thalmor so the Emperor could keep his throne. We're fighting because our own Jarls, once strong, wise men, have become fearful and blind to the people's suffering. We're fighting because Skyrim needs heroes, and there's no one else but us. Not entirely true, though not entirely false either. Any Nord can learn the way of the voice by studying with the Greybeards, given enough ambition and dedication. My shouting Torg to the ground proved he had neither. However, it was my sword piercing his heart that killed him. The Empire thinks it holds Valkyrie from us, but the souls of Skyrim's bravest are buried there and will fill our hearts and strengthen our blades. We should take Yarmarch. It'll be an important pressure point on the Imperials. We'd be within spitting distance of the capital. They live in seclusion near the top of the throat of the world, the great mountain of Skyrim. They're masters of the way of the voice, of shouting. It's a great honor for them to summon you. They speak to very few. In fact, they hardly speak at all. I studied with them when I was young. They taught me how to shout. Yes, they chose me when I was just a lad. It was a great honor, of course. I was to become a Greybeard myself. I spent almost 10 years at High Hrothgar, learning the way of the voice. Then the Great War came. I couldn't stand missing it. I often think about High Hrothgar. It's very disconnected from the troubles down here. But that's why I couldn't stay, and why I couldn't go back. I suppose the Greybeards care about Skyrim's troubles, in their way. But I needed to do something about it. I'm sure Arngir would call it one of my failings. Yes, the oldest and most powerful, although he may not seem so. I doubt he's forgiven me for leaving. And for, well, for what he'd consider blasphemy. Using shouts for anything but worship of Kinnereth. You're Dragonborn. The rules don't apply to you. You can shout the way dragons do, without training, through inborn instinct. They always hope to teach the Dragonborn to respect the way of the voice as they do. They never fully succeed. You'll have to make your own decision. It's a beautiful philosophy, but outside the seclusion of High Hrothgar, I was never able to hold to it. Are you now? You were at Helgen, one of the prisoners, although no one seems to know how you got mixed up in that affair. Normally I would have welcomed someone like you, resourceful, clearly no friend of the Empire. But I've had some disturbing reports of you. Seen talking to General Tullius in Castle Dour, for example. So what do you have to say for yourself? How can I be sure you're not an Imperial spy? So you as good as admit you're working for the Imperials. Yet you walk in here and ask to join me. What are you playing at? You're not short of guts, are you? What's your game? Why would Tullius waste resources getting the crown only to give it to me? Egoist, perhaps. No, he's not that kind. All right, I believe you. You aren't the first to turn away from the Empire in disgust. But remember, you're one of us now, forever. Whatever Imperial loyalties you may have had, that's all in the past. Forgotten. Now, to prove yourself to me, I have a task for you. Take my axe and deliver it to the Jarl of Whiterun.
We're ready when you are.
Things hinge on Whiterun. If we can take the city without bloodshed, all the better. Not.
The people are behind you.
Many, I fear, still need convincing.
Then let them die with their foes.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend. Did he now? The man is persistent, I'll give him that. I suppose it's time I give him an answer. Proventus, what do you make of all this? If Ulfric were to attack Whiterun?
As in all things, Lord, caution. I urge us to wait and see.
Pray wait.
I'm of a mind with Irileth. It's time to act.
You plan to march on Windhelm?
I'm not a fool, Proventus. I mean it's time to challenge Ulfric to face me as a man. Or march his stormcloaks up to the gates.
He'll do no such thing. A dagger in the back is all you could expect.
He was rather straightforward with Torrig.
Torrig? He simply walked up to the boy and murdered him.
That boy was High King of Skyrim.
I'm not the High King. But neither am I a boy. If Ulfric wants to challenge my rule in the old way, let him. Though I suspect he'll prefer to send his stormcloaks to do it for him.
True. He's already proven his personal strength. Now he seeks to prove his armies.
Then might I urge you to consider General Tullius's request? I mean, if you are bent on offending Jarl Ulfric.
Ulfric is the one who has offended. But Proventus has a point. Ulfric has made it clear. In his mind, to refuse his claim is to side with the Empire.
And what harm is there in letting a few legionnaires die in place of your own men?
It seems cowardly.
Was it cowardly, then, to accept the White Gold Concordat?
This again? That was different. Was I given a chance to object to the terms of the treaty? No. The Jarls weren't asked. We were told. And we had to like it.
The chests of gold didn't hurt.
I've made up my mind. Even if my advisors are still squabbling, I'm sending you to Windhelm. You can return this axe to our friend. The esteemed Jarl of Windhelm has my answer. Make sure he gets it. Damn it! This isn't about gold!
Lord, wait. Let us see if Ulfric is serious.
Oh, he's serious. But so am I.
Finally.
Proventus, bring me my pen. And the good parchment.
Are we writing a letter, Lord?
Yes, to General Tullius. I need to make a few things clear before I accept these legionnaires of his.
You're that one from the college.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
Don't be so sure of that.
Don't need to pay me no mind. I'm the least important person in here.
The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure on Whiterun.
And what would you have me do?
If he's not with us, he's against us.
He knows that. They all know that.
How long?
Soon enough, we will march on Solitude. And on that day, the heroes... Then I was wrong about him. You think I need to send Bolgraf a stronger message?
If by message you mean shoving a sword through his gullet.
Taking his city and leaving him in disgrace would make a more powerful statement, don't you think?
So we're ready to start this war in earnest then?
Soon.
I still say you should take them all out like you did dead King Torrig.
Torrig was merely a message to the other Jarls. Whoever we replace them with will need the support of our armies. Keep your brother.
We're ready when you are.
Things hinge on Whiterun. If we can take the city without bloodshed, all the better. But if not...
The people are behind you.
Many, I fear, still need convincing.
Then let them die with their false kings.
We've been soldiers a long time. We know the price of freedom. But people are still weighing things in their hearts.
What's left of Skyrim to wager?
They have families to think of.
How many of their sons and daughters follow your banner? We are their families.
Well put, friend. Tell me, Galmar, why do you fight for me?
I'd follow you into the depths of oblivion. You know that.
Yes, but why do you fight? If not for me, what then?
I'll die before elves dictate the fates of men. Are we not one in this?
I fight for the men I've held in my arms, dying on foreign soil. I fight for their wives and children whose names I heard whispered in their last breath. I fight for we few who did come home, only to find our country full of strangers wearing familiar faces. I fight for my people, impoverished to pay the debts of an empire too weak to rule them, yet brands them criminals for wanting to rule themselves. I fight so that all the fighting I've already done hasn't been for nothing. I fight because I must.
Your words give voice to what we all feel, Ulfric. And that's why you will be High King. But the day words are enough,
the Empire thinks it holds Warpriest from us,
like us,
but the souls of Skyrim's bravest are buried. I would gladly retire from the world, were such a day to dawn.
Aye, but in the meantime, we have a war to plan.
You're right, Galmar.
Again.
I'm in no mood to joke.
Give the word, my lord, and Whiterun is yours.
Whiterun is only a means to an end.
I'm not much of a strategist, but Lord Ulfric listens to my counsel all the same.
Whenever you are.
Is any man ever ready to give the order that will mean the deaths of many?
No, but neither is every man able to give that order when he must. But you are that man, Ulfric. You've been that man before, and you'll be him again. And these men and women, they call themselves Stormcloaks because they believe in you. They are the meanest, toughest sons of bitches Skyrim has to offer. And they want this. They want this as much as you do. Perhaps they want it more.
You're certain we're ready? Whiterun's army will no doubt be bolstered with legionnaires. And those walls around Whiterun are old, but they still stand.
We are ready. And I might be old myself, but I'll kick those damn walls down with my bare feet, if you would only ask me to do it.
Ha! I'm sure you could do it too. All right. This is it.
Yes!
Send the word. A new day is dawning, and the sun rises over Whiterun.
Aye, and the sons of Skyrim will greet that dawn, teeth and swords flashing.
So it begins. Make haste to our camp in Whiterun. I want you on the front lines. I have a feeling about you. Your place is on that battlefield. I need you there. Then I commit them to whatever gods they still believe in. Talos be with you.
The gods gave me. I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls.
It's so bright out here. I don't know how you stand it.
That our cause is false, and that we are nothing more than thieves. But no! We are farmers! We are craftsmen! We are sons and daughters of shopkeepers, maidservants, and soldiers! We are the sons and daughters of Skyrim! And we have come this far because our cause is true! Because we fight as one! And because our hearts are bursting with anger. What we do here today is do for our country, for all the true lords of Skyrim. Whiterun's walls are tall, but they are old and crumbling, like the Empire whose legion lines them. They've barricades to block us, but we'll tear through them, and the Imperials behind them! Our objective, everyone on me! Let's show these Imperial milk drinkers what true Nords look like! On the Empire!
Where'd you drown with your blood?
there.
Late for that, don't you think?
Stay back, Lord.
I'll be damned if I let this rabble take my city without raising Enough! That's enough. I surrender. I surrender. Peace! Everyone stand down. That's an order. Stand down!
Algrove!
Vignar Greymane. Your family was noticeably absent from the walls. Now I know why. Wouldn't a dagger in the back have sufficed?
You think this is personal? The Empire has no place in Skyrim.
I surrender.
Not anymore.
Give
and
me
you?
a few hours to gather my household.
You have no place in Whiterun anymore.
A convenient position to hold now. But mark my words, old man. In the days to come, Ulfric will spread his rebellion thin.
What happened?
And what then? What happened? We need the Empire as much as it needs us. We Nords are the Empire. Our blood built it. Our blood sustains it. You, of all people, should know.
Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet.
This was mine.
Good job out there. Glad you were with us.
Whoever I
Fear
damn well
From Dragon or Giant. Really?
You wish to see an empire without Talos? Without its soul? We should be fighting those witch elves. We don't need them.
Watch
The Emperor is nothing more than a puppet of the Thalmor. Skyrim needs a high
I mostly
king
deal
who will
with petty
fight
thievery
for
and
her.
drunken brawls.
And
Been too long since
needs a Jarl who will do the
I
same.
surrender.
Born of legend.
Tell me,
Could you?
Vignar, was all this worth it? How many of those corpses lining our streets wear the faces of men who once called you friend? What about their families?
Enough! Both of you! There is a burning city out there that needs a government. He's right. Galmar, come. Let us restore order.
This isn't over. You hear me, you old fool? This isn't over. And you, a Stormcloak. I thought better of you. You'll all come to regret this day.
Get over to
I'm
Windhelm.
pretty sure I surrender. Give me a few hours to gather my household. I'll be back.
They will sing stories of this day. Get over to Windhelm. Tell Ulfric victory.
We got a nickname for anyone.
I do the cooking and cleaning around the palace.
We've driven the Imperials out of Whiterun. This is good. Very good. We now control the center. It's a powerful position. One I aim to keep. We'll call you Ice Veins now. For the thick blood of our land has seeped into your heart. Here, take this. It's an Imperial officer's sword. A fitting weapon to use against our enemy. I suspect you'll be of greater use to us with greater freedom. So you're free to engage the Imperials as you see fit. But I also want you to find our hidden camp in Falkreath. Galmar will have special tasks for you, and will need you when we liberate the capital. You'll be doing whatever Garmar tells you to do, and causing as much mayhem as possible for the Empire and any Jarl who supports them. Talos guide you.
I can and can't worship.
Always good to see someone I can trust. You're going to Fort Newgrad. They have some of our boys locked up there. But with a little luck, we can turn that to our advantage. I've sent some men to scout out the area. Meet them. See if you can't find a way to slip in, free our men, and take over the fort. They'll never suspect an attack from the inside. This won't be easy, but that's why I'm sending you. You got the grit to get this done? That's what I wanted to hear. Good luck out there.
This must be that beautiful Skyrim weather I've always heard about.
We'll show those faithless dogs who this land belongs.
I remember you. You were with us at Helgen and Whiterun. Glad to have you with us. How are you? These are dark days. But at least we know we're doing our part to make things better, eh? I guess I'm doing all right. I need this to go well. This is my first real command since they promoted me after Whiterun. You know, some nights when I close my eyes, I see the battle stretched out before me, like I'm still there. Do the men you killed haunt you? Mine do. That's what I keep telling myself. But never mind all that. We've got a job to do, don't we? We found a cave under the lake. With luck, it'll lead into the prison. I need you to sneak in there and free our men, killing anyone inside as you go. Once you've rescued the prisoners, head out to the courtyard. We'll stand guard out here, and rush in as soon as we hear fighting. Should be fun. I have faith in you. But if you find more trouble than you can handle, run out to the courtyard. We'll come as soon as we hear fighting.
Fight or die well.
Where'd you come from?
Give up while you still can!
Who's there?
For the Emperor! Damn you! Someone do something!
That'll teach you.
Thanks. Let's teach these... but not least. Let's go!
Huh? Thank you.
By the 9, I hate the waiting. The goddamned waiting.
Where'd you come from?
Who's there?
Get it now while we can. Done and done.
Great work. Get back and report our success. I'll stay here and clean up the mess. Glad you were here. Let's do this already. I'm itching to kill something. Keep your eyes open.
Let's get indoors. Or in a cave. Anywhere, just out of this.
I have to run.
Is that fur coming out of your ears?
I'm not much of a strategist, but Lord Ulfric listens to my counsel all the same.
I'm proud we liberated Falkreath from the Empire. In many ways, it's the heart and soul of Skyrim, not to mention its rather strategic position. Some brothers have taken to calling you Bonebreaker, evidence of your ferocity and determination, a fitting name. So we shall all call you thus. The war demands so much from us, and we give all we have to it and to the people. But I've kept a little something to offer you in appreciation. Please take this on behalf of all the brothers and sisters. And I need capable and loyal warriors close at hand. So I'd like to offer you a home in Windhelm. Speak with my steward, who'll make the arrangements. Get over to our camp in the Reach. They need every able body they can muster. Go with the gods.
The Stormcloaks are finding victory across the land. Travel safely. I'm not much of a strategist. Splendid. There's a house available right now. Wonderful. Here is the key to your new home. Until next time, if you have any news of the Western Holds, take it to Ulfric immediately. Travel safely. It's dangerous out there.
Galmar thinks we should double our men in the Reach.
A reasonable strategy.
And you, Yorleaf?
Well, sir, the hold at Falkreath is fairly vulnerable, and blocks the only road from Cyrodiil.
A good point, old friend.
To be sure, my lord, I am not skilled in the arts of war or military tactics.
But you're able to see the hold in the parts, and for that I'm grateful.
As you wish, sir. The Stormcloaks are finding victory across the land. I'm not much of a strategist, but Lord Ulfric listens to my counsel all the same. If you have any news of the Western Holds, take it to Ulfric immediately.
They're dead. My mama died when I was little. I don't remember her very well. My father was a Stormcloak soldier. One day he left and didn't come back. I'm all alone. I try to sell flowers so I can buy food. It's not much, but what else can I do? Really? Do you have a Oh, wow. Are you sure? Oh, well.
This must
thanks
be that
anyway,
beautiful Skyrim weather I've
suppose.
always heard about.
Hold it there. Keep your distance. Another girl killed. This is Susanna, from Candlehearth Hall. Served me a drink just a few nights ago, but I can't say I knew her. Susanna's the third. It's always the same. Younger, we are stretched thin as it is with the war. If you want to help, I'm going to examine the body before the rats can get to it. Hold it there. Keep your distance. Hold it there. Keep your distance.